Hey, it's Soul with some more Shadowlands coverage, and today I'm going to give you a first look at the Path of Ascension Covenant activity for the Kyrian peoples. It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway, this feature is very incomplete. It's got placeholders, it's a little bit messy, and maybe I suck at it, but right now it feels impossible to progress, but let's get right to it. The Path of Ascension is a series of trials that you will complete by controlling one of your three Kyrian Soulbinds, Pelagos, Clea, or Mykonikos. You fight, you win, and you unlock rewards. Ta-da! But it's a lot more involved than just that. Each Soulbind has a different moveset that may be better suited for one encounter as opposed to another. Pelagos is the only Soulbind that I have access to in the beta and has the following moves: a channeled spell with a cast time, an ability to help generate energy, a snare, and finally a powerful knockback plus nuke. However, in practice, this feels a little bit gimped. Like, how are you going to eventually succeed with just a few abilities and nothing else? Gaining renown with your Covenant will passively make your Soulbind stronger, but there is more to it. That's where Ascension crafting comes in, reminiscent of Pascal from Mechagon. All you have to do is gather the blueprints in order to make stuff, and then gather the materials needed to make the equipment that you want, and you can build a few types of items. Lures are what help you unlock more encounters in the Path of Ascension. Equipment items are permanently unlocked once they're crafted, and gives your Soulbind an added ability, but you can only equip one at a time. Charms are temporary, they're consumable items to give a little bit of a boost in a given encounter. And finally, sigils are for the masochists who want to make encounters even more difficult. So with the right choices, a few items, and maybe a little bit of skill, you should be able to handle any encounter that's thrown at you. Now, how do you craft these items? Well, just by finding stuff out in the world. As a Kyrian, you have a chance to obtain rare materials that only you can see and are bound to you. So this whole Path of Ascension thing is all about personal progression. Fortunately though, these materials aren't as out of the way as you think. In fact, you'll just happen to acquire a lot of this stuff while running outdoor content. You'll only really feel the friction when you're laser focused on progressing down this feature and find that you don't have enough of a certain thing. So let's head into the Path of Ascension itself, but not before forking over a Medallion of Service, tokens that are required for entry, but obtaining them seems easy enough. You can get these by opening treasures, killing rares, and completing Covenant callings are supposed to reward medallions, so you're not exactly going out of your way to get these, so much as your ability to progress quickly down the Path of Ascension is going to be paced. You know, something time gating. So in you go, into this waiting room where you can talk to NPCs to switch out your Soulbind and or change your equipment. There are target dummies that let you practice your abilities, and then there's this mirror that lets you choose your encounter. I only have Calistine unlocked, and from here, you can take a look at 4 different challenges to choose from, which unlock as you complete the previous one. This gives you a taste of the rewards that you can get from this feature, like blueprints to unlock more equipment to craft, upgrades for your Summon Steward ability, equipment that is, well, clearly a placeholder at the moment, and who knows what else, because there are nearly 9 or so different encounters that you can have, which means 36 variations, not to mention the modifiers by using sigils for added challenge. Let's take a quick glance at one of my encounters. It was quick, because I got my ass kicked. The enemy throws down chains to slow me, it unleashes a series of AoE circles, and otherwise melees me in the face. As a caster with a main nuke that has both a cast time and a channel, I'm sort of at a disadvantage. Never mind the fact that I don't even think Renown is available in the beta for the Kyrians, so my poor Pelagos is a Pela wuss. Or I'm just bad, maybe it's a bit of both. As I will personally be pledging myself to the Kyrian cause in this expansion, you can count on me to make guides to help you through these encounters, so I encourage you to subscribe to the channel. But now for the all-important question. What's in it for me? How mandatory is this content? My early impression of this is that the Path of Ascension is more for completionists than competitors. I already mentioned some of the rewards for winning matches, but let's head back outside. There's an armor vendor, which sells a color variant of the Covenant armor set, which is unlockable as you progress through milestones. They sell weapons, and pets, and mounts, which could be placeholders at the moment. It's much too early to determine if powering through your Path of Ascension will mean getting a certain item level piece faster than Raiding or Mythic Plus once Season 1 of Shadowlands begins. But my impression is that, once again, overall this is more for fun and collecting. Eventually, the gear you get from this is going to be outstripped by later seasons, unless the Path of Ascension is also going to be updated as the expansion progresses. That's worth considering. But in just terms of collection, I can see many players, especially those who choose the Kyrians as the Covenant for their alts, just, passively amassing medallions and materials to where all the encounters can be easily unlocked, and Renown alone will let you plow through the encounters themselves. There's still a lot more to consider, but so far, I'm pretty excited over this little feature. As someone who likes this sort of gameplay that lets you test your skill as a solo player, I know that I'm going to try and progress through this quickly, not to get the rewards, but mostly for the bragging rights, the self-validation of skill, that sort of thing. But what do you think of this so far? Let me know in the comments below. As soon as the other Covenant side activities are available for test, I'll give my take on these as well. So again, please subscribe, like the video if it was useful, and we will see you around. Until then, stay safe, stay healthy, and stay breezy.